Recording now. Welcome to Primal Primos.
Are you really starting this now? You gotta say that you're starting.
I'm starting. I'm recording.
Oh, you're starting?
I told you I'm recording.
I know, but
Yeah.
recording doesn't mean starting.
Say recording and then start.
Yeah.
Oh, like audio recording. I only have the audio recording.
Okay.
You know? Yeah, it's recording.
Go!
Welcome to Primal Primos with your host Armando Corral Jr. and Jeremy J. Ow. Live from Jeremy J's house, his room specifically, and Armando Corral's garage specifically. Welcome everybody to this episode of Primal Primos on this lovely day of, I don't even know what day it is, the 18th I think, right?
Correct.
Is it the 18th? It's the 18th. And I am about done with this fucking quarantine shit. Because at first, I liked it. Not gonna lie. I thought it was a party. I was going crazy. You know, I was naked every day. You know.
Naked every day?
I was naked, you know.
Why were you naked? You were on some Adam and Eve shit?
Yeah, I was just, you know, I was like reborn, you know. I was a new person. I'm like, okay, this is the time to be reborn, and I just got naked and I let the world just take me in.
Why
And
naked though?
That's the only way. I mean, that's how we were brought upon this earth. So I'm gonna go out, you know, or start like that again.
Did you also quit showers?
I did not.
Oh.
I am doing showers, but I am
Well,
not doing any soap or
that's
any
very
shampoo. No, I am doing soap,
selective
not
of
shampoo.
you.
And I was reborn, but you know, now I'm just like, fuck, when is this gonna be over? Because I want to go and just eat some you know, burgers with some friends. I want to get a haircut because I've been growing this fucking mullet, dude. That I kind of like it. Not gonna lie now. At first, I was like, do I like the mullet? I don't know. What do you think about it, Jeremy?
I think the rest of you looks good. Is that a good answer?
That is not a good answer. That means you don't like it.
I think the rest of you looks very good. Especially your forehead,
okay.
as mentioned earlier.
Oh, thank
Your forehead is very shiny, right? I think the widow's peak suits you. And although you create a lot of wrinkles intentionally on your forehead, none seem to be there. Smooth
It's
baby type shit.
The smooth baby skin. Damn. But yeah, I'm tired of this quarantine. At first, it was a party, but now it's just like, when is it gonna be over? When I miss the little things. You just think about it. At first, I didn't think about the little things, but now I'm like, damn, just going out for a ride and just like, even with friends, just hanging out in groups, you know?
What is it like?
So
It's
much
like
fun.
60 something degrees today. Every time it hits like 65, people are like, fuck it, we're going to the park. Because there's every time it hits a certain temperature, I could see like everyone's laid out on the grass. All of a sudden, introverts are extroverts. It's really interesting. But
Oh yeah.
I think I'm enjoying it also to a degree because I think it's a good, for people who like ideas, it's a good idea generating environment.
Oh yeah.
You start to wonder about things. As long as you find substance in the things that you're wondering about, like, you know, like there are wonders in this world that I would like to have answers. I would love to have answers. Why are pyramids so like mathematically advanced? What are the other 7 wonders of this world? Fucking pyramid of fucking what else? Why did where the fuck is Dr. Seuss's self-portrait? Has he ever drawn himself? I don't fucking think so. Have you seen one?
The world wonders.
Have you seen one? I haven't seen
Dr.
one.
Seuss? What if Dr. Seuss is a woman? I heard she's a woman. Dr. Seuss, right?
Is that really? Is that true? No.
I don't know. Maybe I heard that theory like a while back when I was a kid.
K-Rod,
They're like,
can you
oh,
please
she's a
fact check
girl.
this bitch? Because
Fact check this for us, K-Rod.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a photo of Dr. Seuss.
I'm pretty sure.
She about to throw you a Dr. Seuss book. That's what she's gonna do.
Yeah, and he's not a doctor either. So he's quite the liar.
She's for sure something sketch about Dr. Seuss.
Another thing I wonder about What are the others? Fuck yeah, I'm trying to remember all the 7 wonders of this world, but it's not
The
going
wonders
quite
of
as
the green lights. What about those green lights in the polar?
auroras. You talking
in
about
the-
auroras,
Yeah, the ones in the Arctic or like in the Greenland or wherever the
right?
fuck it is. Yeah.
Um.
I think that's a wonder, right? One of the world wonders.
Oh, I remember the other one. If you switch bodies with your girlfriend, would you fuck? That was the other one, right?
If you switch bodies with your girlfriend, would you fuck what? Like, would you just
Each other.
like fuck yourself, basically?
Well, it's not
If you switch-
because if you think about it, if you
No, it's
switch
just the
bodies,
mind. I
okay,
guess, yeah. Mhm.
there's this point, right? You get in the relationship where you love each other. Aw, laugh track, okay? And then let's say this magical thing happens, you switch bodies.
Mhm.
Nothing changes really. You still love each other. But the question
Mhm.
is, what do you do with the body parts?
Mhm. I think I think each of us will be like curious. I think. Oh yeah, we'll for sure be curious about touching each other. Just our bodies will first. I think what will happen. There'll be some masturbation going on the first couple days, and then they'll be like, okay, now we know how to use these parts. Let's take him to the battlefield now.
So
go
your
into
answer
it.
is you would.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. Yeah, it's gonna come naturally. I feel like it's gonna.
Yeah, I
think
think
your
it
body, you're
would
just gonna be
be.
adapted to it.
It would kind of be like that
Mhm.
show. I don't know if you heard of that show, Too Hot to Handle. You heard of that show?
No.
Okay.
What is that about?
So the show is like you take these hot group of men and women, right? They're just hot. I didn't watch the show, but that's the premise. Put them on an island, and whoever fucks first gets kicked out of the show. Whoever kisses, masturbates, get docked down. The price of the prize money drops for everybody. So that's kind of the premise of the show. I think
Mhm.
switching the bodies, the girlfriend boyfriend thing, would be kind of similar because you might not fuck the first day, but it might take a
Mhm.
week or it might take
Oh yeah.
3 days.
Oh yeah. What did they get at the end of the show? Like if they
Money.
or
Big
like
money.
how long? Wait. Well, how long is the weeks? Of like how many weeks is it?
That I don't know, but I'm gonna assume it's a hard number.
It's hard number.
But okay, what you're saying is you would get fucked by yourself, like you would get fucked
Damn,
by
that's crazy.
Armando.
Hold on, now think about it.
You would get railed and bent over, and moaned
Jesus.
and titty grabbed by the soul of your girlfriend.
Well, it's always like you always wonder like how you look like when you do it, and there's always that question like how do you look like when you're on top of your girl or you're whatever, like you just the different angle, different perspective is gonna you're always gonna be like, damn, this is how I look like now. I think it's a good like good practice because you know how you're gonna look like. If you look nasty, then you're like, damn, that's how I look like.
So you're
Now I gotta
curious
switch things up.
enough to want to know what you're gonna look like,
Mm-hmm.
so you'll get railed by yourself in order to find out.
I'll get it'll be making love. I want to see how I look like when I'm made love to. Not railed. Why do you gotta say railed? Jesus. Yeah, like you might get railed. You might get
Look.
stuffed. You might get stuffed.
Sometimes making love is like a certain tempo. After a certain tempo, it's not making
Mhm.
love anymore. It's just fucking.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think the
What
first
that-
half of
what
it is maybe making love, and the second half of it is getting railed.
Jesus. It's just like throw it out the window. Fuck it, and making love. Let me get rail you right now.
It's an interesting question, but I think I would agree with you. I think after a certain point, you might be a
Mhm.
little curious and want to like, okay, fuck it, whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh yeah, you what?
But is that gay
think
though?
Curiosities. No, I don't think. Well, fuck. It's your own body. It's not gay. It's not considered gay. That maybe like percentage wise, maybe 10%. A little. Bit.
Okay, what if you? Oh, let's play this game then. What if you duplicated? All right, you just fucking another Armando appeared. He just fucked you in the ass. Is that not gay?
Like another, like another Armando without any body.
Yeah,
switching,
you
a
went
real
like you
Armando.
did the Naruto like fucking duplication jutsu. Boom. And then now you
Oh,
have a
damn.
second Armando. Would you fuck?
Probably not. I would have to be like, I don't know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm a woman, like I'm the mind of a woman, because I'm like in a different body,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm like the guy. Yeah. I would be like, nah. I would pass on that one.
But you wouldn't
probably.
like tell him to jack you off and close your eyes or something? Because it's like you feel your hand and it's like.
I don't know. I'll probably give him tips and stuff like that, because now I know what it's like to be in a woman's body and stuff like that. But I wouldn't want to be made love to by an Armando.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
actual Armando.
it is a little.
But no, but if she was switched into the body, if my girlfriend was switched into my body, that's fine, because then it's like the mind is still there. I don't know.
Do you think she could do it?
Interesting
Though?
question.
How about? Do you think she could do it? Ooh,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
that act
true.
of like thrusting is very. It's kind of.
Dominating?
I don't.
Very aggressive, or
Or let's do even the flip side. You you being bent over, is a little. Oof.
It changes the role. It does change the role. I mean, because you're just in the mind is still there. You're just like, damn, I gotta. But then your body's telling you, bend that ass, girl, bend that ass. You know?
I think after you switch back, you're gonna probably have an arsenal of more positions ready at your hand, because you'll just be a little.
You'll be more flexible. You'll be more. But that might help, you know. Some girls nowadays, some girls are like very kinky. They want to put stuff up the guy's butt.
You're gonna do some booty stuff after. You're like, okay.
After that, you just, yeah.
I'm gonna do some booty stuff.
Oh yeah.
I googled
Damn.
like pegging and like, let's try some of that stuff.
Damn.
I just figured out what
yeah.
pegging is recently.
Well, isn't pegging? Well, what I think pegging is just what, like, you shove something in the guy's bumhole, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Just peg him. It's the word peg.
Peg
Sounds like you would put something.
It
in
sounds
something,
kind
right?
of mechanical and toyish, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But yeah, I would not do. As of right now, I would not want to be pegged at all. That is my preference.
What about a finger? Just a little finger, just a brush around the rim.
Oh, looking at your finger, like, it's so disgusting.
Why is that ew?
I like how you went slowly. You went like this.
I mean, you wouldn't go quick, you know. If you
if anything, you'll just be quick. It can't be in there more than 3 seconds. It can't be around that area in 3 seconds. 3 seconds is the max.
Look,
and then I'll
if
probably
your
do
girl wants to do it, you might have a conversation about it, but I'm not going to go ahead and say, let's fucking do it. I think if she wants to have the conversation, we'll have the conversation. I'll wait a little bit before I say no, because I want to know what the argument is.
It's just that area. Like, I wouldn't even want to go in that area myself. So I wouldn't want someone else to endure the pain of.
Why don't you do this next time you jack off? Why don't you just tickle it a little bit, see what happens?
The experiment is
just an experiment.
The quarantine experiment.
YOLO,
the
you only got
experiments.
one life. What's the harm? You're not gonna get hurt.
Yeah, I should really have a journal for the quarantine and like write the most like craziest shit that I've done.
Just ready to try it all.
Damn, might as well. I mean, this is historical like artifacts. You know what I mean? Like, we are creating history right now.
Do you want to help
Years
me
from
do a
now, we're gonna be
sponsor?
making textbooks.
We have a sponsor, guys.
We have a sponsor.
You're gonna help me.
All right, we have a
we're going
sponsor.
back and forth, all right?
All
right, guys, we got our first sponsor. It's called the Work From Home Minus 2.0. They'll give you a green screen, and you can work from home or pretend to with 30 different stock images or videos, including soccer player.
Working from home. Hold the fuck up. It's what we also. Soccer player.
Different
Could be a
jobs, give me different
basketball player?
jobs. Construction
Basketball-
worker.
a dentist. You'll be in the dentist. A professor. There we go.
Professor. Soccer
There'll be
player.
A dog walker.
Cleats and socks not included. If you miss working from home, buy the Work From Home Minus 2.0.
Jesus, that would be the worst.
You miss
Brand.
working from home?
That would be the worst.
Outside.
Oh
Imagine
yeah,
sponsored by
I guess.
them.
I guess yeah. I fucked up. But like yeah, it was just an idea.
What'd
like,
she
if
say?
you
What did
miss-
K Rod say?
If you miss working, yeah, I guess not from home. But if you I fucked it up. If you miss
Hold
working,
up.
I was thinking maybe people would try to sell you this, like, here's a green screen
green
so you
screen.
can pretend like you're working, and like, you could overlay images of you doing what you usually do,
Like virtual reality.
like virtual reality.
Might as well just sell you virtual reality. If you got a green screen, you can't play soccer. You're just gonna be looking at the screen. You'll be like, fuck.
But they'll give you the stock videos. That's the thing. They'll give you the premium.
You're telling me this is a stock video? Free
I'm
stock
not saying
videos.
that it's a good product. I'm just saying that someone's
sponsored
been
by them.
thinking about it, and if someone wants to take it and ride with it and make it better, fucking do so. Just credit me, bitches.
Damn. All right. That would probably be the worst product to sell ever. I feel like so as of right now, because we have virtual reality. We have that virtual reality. We don't need that.
Who's we? Rich people have virtual reality.
I guess. So.
Yeah,
That's true.
come on.
Well,
Think about,
how much are you trying to sell this freaking green screen for? Like,
I haven't thought about that, but once I go on Shark Tank, you'll find out.
oh,
But until then,
that's what you've been thinking about as a 26 years old, and your birthday was recently. We haven't let the Primal Primos know.
yes,
Fans, you just turned 26.
I did turn
You,
26.
I think you matured a little bit after like knowing you since the first day in the video editing class 3 years ago. I think it's almost 3 years. I think
Why would you
'Cause
say
it was
that?
2000.
Please elaborate.
Just I think we're more clear minded on what you want to achieve now. I think so. Like maybe in the beginning, like you were still like fiddling around with whatever you were trying to get at, like, or whatever project you were trying to get. But now I think you are a focused, mature man, young man. I will call you young. This is one time only.
One time.
One time only offer. But no, like I could see the progression through the years, like a little bit.
Okay.
It's nice to see him. I mean, I knew your voice. It's like 3. Was it 3 years ago?
I think it was either 17 or 18. Probably late
So, yeah.
2017. That sounds about
It
right.
was about to be 3 years, dude.
Yeah,
It
man.
feels like I've known you longer though. That's just crazy. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like damn it. The years seem kind of like shorter, like only 2-3 years. But I'm like, it feels like it's been a decade
Right.
that I've known you. Like somehow we went to like high school, and like somehow I knew you through like, I don't know. It's weird, but
I feel that
each other.
our souls, our strings are attached
Somehow.
in some God-given destiny.
oh yeah, somehow maybe we knew each other in another lifetime. Somehow maybe we
Nah.
met like in elementary school, maybe somehow. I don't know. That's how we met, elementary school, or so, or maybe we met like later, like in our 40s. Imagine. We
Aside
met
from the
later.
bullshit, I'm just kidding. But I'm kidding. No, I totally. I mean,
He's trying to be heartfelt.
no. I feel you. Thank you.
Huh?
I appreciate it.
But,
No,
yeah.
I do appreciate you guys because this year, a lot of people were worried, like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be this quarantine break. But I was never like the type to like party on my birthday or like hit the club or
Hit the nay nay.
make
what's
sure
that
I
nay-nay
get
again? How do you
the
do the nay-nay?
birthday
What's
fucking.
the
Like I
nay-nay?
was never that dude. So I definitely appreciate you guys for like, because they sent me a video. I mean, you put it together, and I was very, very. It felt very warm. It felt very, it's like it's a fleeting feeling, but it felt very nice to know that that you guys are in this time in my life. And I grew up mostly like solo. Like I didn't really have many friends growing up, so I was just soloing it up like for 20 whatever years of my life, and then all of a sudden I have friends, so that's fucking nice. Just like winging it all my life, and then here you guys are, so But I do feel like in a couple of years
I
we're
think
gonna we're gonna be in LA. We're gonna be fucking thriving, dude. Like
Yeah.
we can't be winging it in LA though. Like we have to be put. Like what the fuck does wing it even mean? I was thinking about this. Like what is like what does wing it mean? Like we say it so much. Like go with the flow, and wing it kind of means the same thing, but go with the flow is kind of a good thing. Right? Like go with the flow is like go with the flow. Yeah, let's be like water, my
Like
friend.
you have a flow already. If you go with the flow, you already have the flow. You know what I mean?
But wing
You're
it
just
is
riding the
wing
flow.
it is like
Winging is like it's already full speed, and you're like catching on to the wing of the airplane. You're
yeah.
like, fuck, let me hold on. That's basically it.
Where
It's a
does
little
wing it
different.
derive from? I think it's like if you're a baby bird and you're supposed to drop off the baby nest and hopefully you fucking fall or hopefully you fucking fly. But
Not-
then
yeah.
maybe you do. If not, you die.
It's
so
like a risk.
why
The
would
wing
you
it is
do
more
that?
of a risk.
Why would you ever wing anything if maybe you fly, maybe you die? You know? And then or instead of dying, mama saves you. Fuck that bullshit. Imagine we go to LA and we wing it and we are broke and we gotta go back home and mama saves us. Oof, that's gonna hurt real bad. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't want to wing
You
it.
can't. You don't want to wing it. I think it's good. Well, it's good in some sense. You could kind of wing it sometimes. Not all the. I think going with the flow is a lot better because there's
Yes.
a chance that you have a. It's more structured, but the wing it is more of a. It's more of a thrill type of thing. It's more, but you get a higher reward. I think in the wing it if you actually get the thing.
I
You know what I
disagree.
mean? But that's.
I disagree. I think if you put in the work for it and then you achieve it, there's more meaning in that. If you wing it and you make it, it's more like, ooh, it's kind of, it pumps you up and you feel good about yourself. And, but, you know, you didn't like work for it. There's no like, it's not as meaningful, I don't think. But,
I guess yeah. Well, that's true. It's not as meaningful. It's not as. I don't know. It's a wing it for sure is a good thing every now and then, but it's not. I don't think it's just. It's not stable. It's not stable. That's what I would
yeah,
say.
definitely.
You have to go with the flow. You go. The flow is only the structure. That's the structure. Wing doesn't have. There's no structure in that. You'll either die or you could maybe fly a couple of feet away, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So LA. No. You can only go with the flow, and we'll see how it is. I mean, I don't even know how LA living is like. So.
It's going to be an adventure.
It's like adapting.
Like the word adventure. Yeah, that's the word that I keep thinking about, and I'm such a nerd, and I keep thinking about One Piece, like fucking cartoon pirates on a fucking pirate ship. But it's an adventure because it's going to be hard, right? It's an adventure because it's not going to be easy, but you want to do it. Like, that's what an adventure is. Like, you want to do it. It's going to be hard, and we're going there. Let's do it. We're going there.
And I think you were talking about like even the calling. I think were you mentioning that like about something calling for you, like something's calling you to come. And I think that's like
A call to
then
adventure.
that's always gonna be in your back. Yeah, like it's always gonna be in your back of your head. If you don't like go for like, you're gonna regret it. I feel if something's always in your back of your head and if you don't go for it, then it's just gonna be stuck there forever until later on in life you're like, oh, I should have gone to LA or whatever it's at. So
Yeah.
So I think it is. You gotta follow that heart, as corny as they say.
Let's make sure our baby bird wings are working before we decide to fly.
Before you fly, you can't just have one wing too. The baby bird can't just have one wing. It has to have two at least.
Yeah, man.
It can't just be a big old like. It can also be just a big old wing. It can't be strong as fuck.
We just had a crow just caw just now. So that must be a sign. You know, crows are actually a bad omen in the Korean culture. Did y'all know that?
Well, they say that in general. Yeah, like if there's a crow, you shouldn't like like bother a crow. Apparently,
Karina says, but I like.
what did she
them."
say?
Well, this
Are you
is a very, very, very old thing in Korea. They say there's this saying, and I believe it's one crow can ruin even the most widest skies or some shit, or some shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, right?
Because they're like a dark animal. Like they could like just one little like feather of a crow.
It's like a bad omen. I don't know. I don't know why they hate crows so much. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's because they eat dead animals. Is that what it is?
Mm.
They don't necessarily
I bet-
eat dead animals.
What do they eat?
I think they hunt like that.
They hunt around. They're scavengers, aren't they?
Those are vultures.
Or vultures? I don't fucking know.
Vultures are the ones that eat dead animals.
Well, it could be a lot of it could be a lot of things. I've heard of that. I've heard that it's a bad omen too.
Mhm.
Like, and they apparently they remember you if you throw something at them or whatever, you bother them. Apparently, a bunch of them will come back and like
Yeah.
either like torment you or whatever it is. They remember. They're like elephants in the way. They remember.
Ooh, I don't
everything.
want to get chased by an elephant. That'd be the fucking worst nightmare ever.
But elephants are the thing. I think they're opposite. Elephants are super nice. Of course, they won't do anything. I think to you. I think. I don't know. So, I think they'll be nice if you don't. I mean, but I'm not gonna mess with an elephant either. So, but
Oh,
why
yeah.
did you see a crow recently or what? Or are you just thinking of a crow?
I've just been watching during this time. I've been watching a lot of Korean shows with my mother, and that's
Mhm.
been interesting. So it was something that she told me already, but it's interesting to see it in the show as well. And like the show takes place in like the Joseon period, which is like
What is that period?
it's like a long
I don't
time
know the
ago,
history.
back when there were kings, 1800s and before that. What did you say?
No, like I don't know what period is that. Like what
Oh,
period
okay.
is it?
Yeah, so back when there were kings and whatnot, and they believed
Uh-huh.
it during that time. And
Mm.
she doesn't like
Well,
my mustache. She thinks it's a Japanese mustache. So there's that as well.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. She goes,
Why did you?
every time she looks at it, she goes, Nakamura. She even says it to
What's-
me before
what is
she
that?
goes to sleep. Nakamura.
What does that mean?
That's like
What
there's always a story of
Yeah.
like the big bad wolf in every culture, and Nakamura
Mhm.
is like the big bad Japanese man terrorizing all the
Mm.
Korean peoples, and apparently
Yeah.
he has this mustache because all of the military Japanese people back in the day had a sort of thin mustache with no
Mhm.
beard.
Mm-hmm.
So
You look like you sell like drugs in an alley. You look like someone who's like sketch. Right? If you were to look at, if I didn't know you,
this motherfucker.
if you had like a big old trench coat, now looking at you, I'm like, huh?
I look like
like,
a
yeah,
back
you have,
alley
like-
drug seller.
Yeah, like somehow like no, just not selling even drugs. You're selling some other shit. Like we think it's drug, but it might be just like something.
What am I selling?
opposite
Allergy
of a
medicine?
drug.
If it's not drugs, what is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like somehow you're selling allergy medicines, but you're overdose. Like, you're prescribing way too many allergy medicines to like
That's
your
fucked up.
clients. That's what it looks like.
Well, shit. Thank you.
Look, because
I'll
the
do
sunglasses and then the little hat. I could imagine with your big old trench coat, like a very dark trench coat, and you're just in the alley,
that.
and you're just calling them over. You're like, "Hey, come over here, kid. You want a fucking Advil? You want 3 of your Advils for your headache?" But you actually give him like 10, maybe. You give him a dozen fucking Advils, and then he takes all of them, and he just dies of overdosing of fucking Advil. That's what it looks like. You're giving them like false information. You're like, you know what? Take this whole bottle of Pepto-Bismol for your little tummy ache. You know.
Well, I'm like trying
That's
to
what it
think of some shit to tell you what you look like, but you don't really look like anything. Yeah, there's nothing.
I'm wearing the.
Nothing I can really
I wish I
comment
could
on.
I'm just like wearing like this little shirt. What is this? I forget what it says. Like Mr. Owl.
Okay,
How many
I
licks
got
does
something.
it take?
Okay,
licks
you
does
look
it
like a
take?
5th grader trying to get laid with that shirt. At the
Yo,
library.
When did I?
You're like
get
at one of
this
the
shirt?
aisles.
This
You look like you're sitting in the middle of the aisle. You're not really reading the book. You're just looking at little 12-year-old ass as you're walking by. You're like, which one should I talk to? Flipping pages. That's what you
Dude,
look
this
like.
is literally.
There's a quote.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun.
What up, son? We cut
What up,
our
son?
videos into 2 parts because our camera only records 30 minutes. What's up?
What's up?
How much?
What's up?
Money.
Only 30 fucking minutes. What? What's up?
What's up?
If you know any other like cameras that record more than 30 minutes, What's up?
How much you wanted that? It's a sentence I'd rather not
What?
finish.
Just
Sometimes
finish
you
it.
say
What?
something and you're just like,
Nah, this is what this
Yeah.
is. The Primal Primos or this
you
the
know,
Pansy
like
Primos?
back in the day, you know who Lenny Bruce is? He's a comedian. And he went
Lenny
to jail
Bruce?
for saying the word cocksucker. How bullshit is that? He's a comedian.
Back in the day, when was this?
Like
What year was
19
this?
whatevers.
19 whatever.
He's one of the greats.
There's a difference between 19.
You probably said it to someone.
80s and
Yeah, but I don't know. Black and white days. So pre 1980s. And
what is
so
more?
he got arrested for saying cocksucker on stage. Then he came back on after he got out. He came back on stage, and essentially, said the word, but he didn't say the word, but he made everyone think the word, and so he did it in a very clever way where the cops were there. The cops were watching him perform, and he was asking the crowd like, "So is it?" He basically was explaining the fact that everything he's saying is natural, everything he's saying normal people say on the regular, and he was doing that by displaying, like, asking the audience questions and whatnot. Super brilliant. But yeah, cocksucker. I can say it as many times
So
as I
someone
want.
in the crowd was like, "Oh, you made me think of a cocksucker, and I'ma sue your ass," basically.
Yeah, but so they
Damn.
didn't sue him because although his content said the exact same thing, he didn't say the word, which is like
So you can't get technically sued. You can't be really sued because
he just
actually
displayed
said
like
it,
the
but-
irony from like the cops. They were just there, like they were there smiling and shit. Like it was so stupid.
oh, it's a video.
There's a video of it. Yeah.
Well, I guess it was before the 80s. I was thinking they're probably less. You would think they'll be less PG about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he was a
But,
white dude,
Like,
so
damn.
it was
that's
free
even more
speech
weird.
They said it was vernacular for a favorite homosexual practice, a 10-letter word. It's really chic. That's 2 4-letter words and a preposition. I can't, I wish I could tell you the word. It starts with a C. Well, you know what the word is. Now, it's weird how they manifested that word as homosexual. Because I don't. That relates to any contemporary chick I know, or would know, or would love, or would marry, you know. And,
Because nowadays, everything you say is people are like, he said that.
What does that sound? Do it again one more time.
It's like a little. It's like a sheep because they just follow. They're just like.
Oh, that does sound like.
Baby.
So you see that? It's like a
I
cry.
thought it was
if
a
you think
baby.
about it.
Yeah, I thought it was a
Sheep-
baby at first.
It's also that. It's all a culmination of everything. Babies, like adults who act like babies and sound like sheep. You think you're more creative when you're high?
Not necessarily, but certain things are funnier.
Yeah.
Like one of the last Fitbits I posted of you, talking about pancakes, and I added that's the sound of aww, you know, the little kids. You're talking about pancakes and being an alpha
heard.
male, and I was high when I put in that sound and went aww, and I was fucking cracking the fuck.
Dude, some things,
up.
add to it for sure. And just being, I think I told you about it. Like, it's just so dumb because I went running high, like not a while back, well, a couple weeks ago, and I was just thinking about being more open-minded about my open-mindedness. That was just one thought. That was one thought that was just stuck in my head when I was running. I'm like, damn. I was just like one of those like mind explosion things. Where it was like,
I think you're too open-minded though. Sometimes, can I say that? Because
think so?
sometimes you'll agree to my bullshit. Because sometimes I'll say something that comes out, and the moment it comes out, I'm like, it didn't even come. I didn't even like that. That didn't even. No. But I have to hear it in order to judge it. But I'm talking to you, and as I'm talking to you, I'm regretting what I'm saying, but you're also agreeing to my bullshit. I'm like, well, this isn't good.
well, maybe you just sound persuasive. I don't know. You have a persuasive.
No, that's just your open-mindedness, I think.
That's why open-mindedness.
Yeah, that's your overly open-minded.
But I thought that I wasn't as open-minded though. Like I was just like when I was running, I'm like, I could be more
Get outta
open-minded
here.
about my open-mindedness.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
Karina,
was
do you
thinking in
think-
my head.
Do you think he should be more open-minded?
Don't persuade like you're persuading her. You're K-Rod, don't be persuade.
I don't know. What do you think? Hey, what's your okay? You talk to her.
By the guy in the alley sipping his freaking boba drink.
Sipping my green juice.
That green juice. It's like that freaking.
Maybe I guess
shit.
it was less, right? You'll let his opinion out a little bit more.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said. I think maybe less. Let your opinion out more. Because then, if you're so open-minded, it's like, what do you even believe? Everything? Well, that's cool. But who are you?
I believe in everything. Like, who are you? I am one entity. I am the all believer. I am the all believer, basically.
Like, imagine trying to have a business meeting with like 7 of you. It wouldn't go anywhere. Yeah. That's a good idea. Oh yeah. That's a good idea.
Imagine.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, that would be
dude.
amazing.
Imagine there's 7 of
That's
me.
it.
I can imagine. I don't know how that would play out. There's like a meeting between the 7 of me.
Honestly,
we
no
just
offense, but fuck that.
it will not work out. First of all, I think the first thing will happen. We will just like all like suck each other off right away. Like it's just like we'll say.
Well, yeah, we
each
already
other's
know you
stuff.
would fuck yourself, so.
No, not like that. Like we just metaphorically speaking, we'll talk to each other. We're like, damn, like you look good right now. Oh, like that's a good idea. And it'll just be like that throughout the whole meeting. It wouldn't even be about like about the actual whatever we're trying to get, the product or whatever project we're trying to do.
And then it's like,
think
why
we'll
are
get
we here
distracted.
again? And that's how
Yeah,
it
I
ends.
think we'll get distracted for sure if it was a bunch of me's. Yeah, like how would you do like if there's 7 of you
Oof. Wow.
in the meeting? Like if you guys were in a boardroom, like in the conference room, you guys have to come up with the night.
I think that I wouldn't say honestly speaking, I think 2 of me would be good. I think 2 of me would be good because I would be like, okay, you do this, I do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if there was a lot of me, I think there's too much ego going on. I think
Depends on
Yeah.
your mood too.
depends on my mood. Yeah, I think I would be kind of. I got some opinions going on,
Yeah.
So
Alright.
I'm a little. I'm not ultra judgy, but I'm a little judgy. If
Little
there's
judgy.
7 of me, there'll be a lot of
It's like
judgment
too
going
much.
on.
Damn.
Fuck you, and fuck you.
At the end, you'll all be just rolling. You guys will all be just rolling on the ground, fucking leg locks, fucking.
Oh, Karina she's raising her hand. I thought it was 4 minutes.
No, basically.
No, just say it. This ain't no classroom.
I was gonna bring up
all your different feelings in one boardroom, like
Oh.
doubt, like childness,
Childlike,
silly
uh-huh.
sometimes.
Oh, like separated?
Productive, yeah, like you're a lot of things in one.
So if I was split into
How
all
would
of
that
my
happen?
characters, that might
Oh.
be pretty cool.
That might be a little better, yeah. And
Yeah.
the same for me. I guess if we all split in different
Yes.
categories. If it's just one of the same person, though, that's not good. That's gonna go shit.
Yeah, but
to
you
shit
are
really
kind
quick.
of like, okay, there are people in your life that you look to for certain
That-
qualities.
Oh yeah.
You're like the positive, open-minded guy, right?
Mhm.
If I have a terrible idea, but I just want to tell somebody, I'll tell you. If I have a terrible idea,
I'm basically the trash compactor thing. He's like, fuck this idea. There we go to Armando. Let's see what he
but
see
the
what
trash
he
can
creates out of
is
this trash. yeah.
smiling.
Uh-huh.
He likes it.
An ego boost.
Yeah, but if I have a terrible idea that's undeveloped and I tell K-Rod, I'd be ready for some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to argue with me.
So I don't tell her my ideas until they're a little bit developed. I might tell you when they're a little trash still.
The
You might
beginning.
vibe
I
with
mean,
my
it's good
bullshit.
because then I could just give you some ideas and then it could be a
That
bullshit
helps you
idea, but
think,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
hear it.
But then again, like, yeah, I would go to Karina for like the
Mhm.
tweaks. Like, I'm like, okay, I need, like, sometimes I like to pay attention to the little details, and she also does. So I'll go to her for the final stages. So I may not come to you for the final stage unless I just want you to be in. Like, okay, I'm in. Like, I like it, because that's probably all you're gonna
Mhm.
say.
It's good to have a different perspective. Like at least getting other people's perspective, because then they could judge harder. But then you want to take that judgment. You don't want to take it to heart, because then sometimes you just like you put your emotions in there. So you just gotta like really listen and be like, okay, well, what did I fuck up in this project, or what did I could have done better? So you gotta. It's good to, I guess, listen, and you gotta and you gotta be open to those critiques, because they're that's
Definitely.
it's there for a reason. You know, the critique is it's gotta be there.
Definitely. Like,
Yeah.
we're taking feedback from, like, immediately by our parents about our haircuts. Immediately we get feedback, and immediately
Yeah.
we better not be, our ego better not be there, or else, what are we gonna do about it? Get sad and cry in a corner?
Mhm.
My mom
But it's
called
so
me
hard to break
Nakamura
that.
every other day. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Do you think that'll be ever broken though? Because like, I think one our like ego is always the first thing that comes in. I think, or like it's just a natural like habit of that. I guess comes in like, oh, if someone says you have a shitty haircut, the first thing you'll be is like fuck you. You don't like, you know what I mean? Like it's like a.
Yeah.
I think nowadays I don't think there's it's not even a thing like where you can just be like, do I really have a shitty haircut? Like, what can I make it better? Can I like trim the edges? Like, like say that to people. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a muscle that you have
Mhm.
to constantly work at, just like your muscle. Otherwise, you get
Mhm.
fat. You have to constantly check yourself. Like, okay,
Mhm.
the ego's coming in. Check myself.
Mhm.
You always, you kind of have to self-monitor, right?
Mhm.
You don't just, there are people that are such archetypes, meaning like they are such like that type of person that they will never change. I'm sure you know those
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
For example, my mother is very stubborn, strong-willed, and passionate. She will always be that. There are good and bads about that, but she will always be that.
Mhm.
Like an older person, like an 80-year-old person, may not be able to change their ways, but we're young, we're
Mhm.
flexible. We can always check ourselves. If you know at this age that the ego is there way too much, way more than
Mhm.
necessary, then that's something we can, like, okay, let's monitor that. There's a little too much going on. I can see
Yeah.
that because that person notices, this person notices. I mean, it's just like everything.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
work
By the
that
time
muscle
I'm like,
constantly.
well, yeah, but like by the time like I'm 80 or whatever, how old, like super old in life, I wish, yeah, like that muscle, like that trait is gonna get really strong. Where it's just like I do like my ego's just not even on the way. Like it's there, but just like it's the last thing that I look at before I like answer something back or just like question someone's comment or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
So hopefully, yeah.
that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
And if you're using it, know that you're using it. Like
Mhm.
the ego, like you can use it for good. I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can use, like, for example, like if you want to have a conversation, right? And you think it'll add some playful fire to the conversation. You might poke a little fun
Mhm.
at each other. Maybe you're flirting with your girlfriend. Maybe you're, you know, letting your buddy know he's this, that, and the other. Being a little bitch lately. That's a little bit of ego, but that's fun. That's okay. That's the art of living. But if you call me a bitch one more time, I'm gonna burn your house down. That's not the type of ego I'm interested in.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
sir. And I hope I never meet that guy, too.
Damn, Jesus. All right, well, segment time. This is a good time before, the podcast. We push it further into the end. But I was listening to a podcast. I think it's Cody Coase and Noel Miller. I forgot what their podcast is called, but they had a little like highlight of their podcast talking about Elon Musk's baby. The name of the baby. The name of the baby was I don't know if you heard about this, but his name was like AE12. It was like a bunch of numbers, and
Right.
I'm like thinking just baby names. I'm like, what? Like, can you think like nowadays, like especially Kanye West? I think Kanye, or who was it who named their baby like
Northwest?
there's a bunch of yeah, like there's a bunch of celebrities naming their like child like or children like ridiculous names. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is that gonna? What do you think about that? Like, you think that's gonna fucking skyrocket from now on? Like the names are gonna be just not gonna be.
Yeah.
They're gonna be obsolete, like the traditional names. You know what I mean? Like what?
First of
I mean, it's
all-
kind of unique, but it's just to an extent. Like you're gonna be made fun of when you're like going to school as a kid,
Right.
if you have a kind of name like that. You know?
I
Like, what the
think that the first couple generations, if we all decide to branch out and call your son or daughter Baby Powder 1.0, you know, if we just all decide to branch out and name it whatever the fuck we want, it'll be normal at some point. And back to the Elon Musk's son, or
Did you see that?
his baby? I did
Yeah.
hear about that.
Oh, it's like.
Do you know why it's called that?
Something about I was they're talking about it. Apparently it was about like he named it after his favorite jet or his favorite airline
Yeah.
or some shit like
Yeah.
that. But and it's pronounced differently. So it was like A12. It was like Ash. It was like A Ash or something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? So like how do you do that? Like
Well, how is that
Took-
any different than naming your kid after like yourself? Like, isn't that kind of weird too?
I don't know. But the thing is, if it's a normal name, like if it's the norm of it. Are you saying my name specifically? Like I'm a junior? Is that what you?
Trying to see if that ego is gonna come in or not.
No, like, well, it is. I think it might be like I would want to name my son for sure, like Armando, if I were to have one. I would want another junior.
Isn't that kind of
Armando
lazy though?
third.
That's like, oh shit, I can't think of anything. I'll just fucking use my name then.
Kind of. Well, like, I always had it in the back of my head. Like I was thinking, oh, like if I were to have a son, my first son will be maybe Armando. Like it's just like it's just passing down the line of the name. I don't know, but it's a normal name, you know what I mean? Or at least in the traditional Mexican name,
Right.
you know. So that's why that'll be fine to name the person Armando. You know what I mean? Like, but like a number is a different thing. Like it's just.
I think a
changed
name,
everything.
like I kind of accept, like I have like a mini urge to name my kid something weird too, just because I think the name is the one thing you don't have control over. You get control over when you get a tattoo. You get control over. I mean, hopefully, when you get all the other shit, right? You become at a certain age, and you do whatever fuck you want. The name though, is chosen at birth. So if you want to have a little fun and name your kid a rocket ship, fucking why not name your kid a rocket ship? You just that kid just might have to learn how to be. That kid just might have to learn some things real early at a young age.
You just name your
a
fucking
little bit of
kid
bullying
after
is healthy.
a little bit.
A little
But
bit.
did I tell you about the kid I knew about whose name was Duck in elementary school? Remember how he got bullied?
You did,
like-
yeah. You told me that a couple
like,
episodes ago.
the-
Yeah.
Like that. Like what the fuck? Like if you imagine just any animal name, like especially, yeah, Duck is a hard one. If you get Duck, like the kids are gonna be brutal. They're gonna be brutal.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I feel bad
just
for the kid.
be happy that your parent didn't name you anything like
Like horse.
too weird,
Imagine just
you know?
like a caballo, like in Spanish. Imagine it was a horse. People used to be fucking neighing all the time at me, and I. But maybe I'll be a different person. You know what I mean? It depends. It's just the character that you build with it, like with the name that you have. So maybe it has its advantages. Maybe he's gonna be named A12, whatever the fuck it is, but he's gonna be that kid. You know, he's gonna be that kid who's named A12, and people are gonna know him. He's gonna be maybe more popular. I don't know.
Right.
So maybe he does kind of
And then you have a
benefit him a little
second
bit.
name, which is
the middle name, or
which
just
some people never get, which is the nickname.
oh,
The nickname is the name that maybe you don't get to choose as well, but your friends, your surroundings get to choose that name. So you get a second shot at getting another name.
that's if you're lucky enough to get a nickname. I never really got a nickname, to be honest.
Maldito.
Like that's it's more. I guess so. Like, but it's more like a family one. I don't really get it when I was growing up with like friends, or I guess Mondo is a very rare one. I'll get Mondo every now and then.
Like the hilarious one was, you know, Usman, the MMA fighter. His
Yeah.
nickname is Marty.
Oh yeah.
I believe it's Marty, which
That's
is
the
kind
worst
of a,
nickname ever.
and
Like
he's
it's
this
funny
big
as hell.
black dude, from
Yeah.
Africa,
Uh-huh.
and his name is Marty. His coaches started that. There's nothing he could do
But he-
about it.
Didn't he get mad when
It's not bad.
Ben
it's
asked
just-
him?
I guess it's a Marty sounds more. I guess that Y gives a little. It's not a menacing name, for a, because he was a D1 wrestler, so he was like a very high level, massive. I'll
What's his
take you
what-
down and pin you.
I was
So
wondering why
Marty
he
was
got
kind
mad
of-
though when like Ben Askren like called him that. What'd she say?
I don't know. I don't know why they called him that.
I was saying though, like, didn't Ben Askren like always call him that, and he would get mad though. Like I was wondering if they call him that, why did he get mad when Ben Askren told him that? He always told him like Marty.
Because he doesn't go by that anymore. I don't think.
It was just like
he
a-
has his
oh.
he has his UFC nickname, which is probably a little more menacing. I don't remember what it is. I think it's
He has one.
I think it's like some ridiculous,
Just
like
Uzman.
one of those like the scary monster type shit.
Mhm. The Kukui, like for Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, what is it? Usman.
I don't think he has one. I just don't remember Usman.
It's like
what's his last name?
where he's
Usman
from.
what?
I think the Nicaraguan, or what is he? Where is he from?
Nicaraguan, bro.
Usman.
Nicaragua. Hell no. He's from
UFC.
Nigeria or somewhere. I think it's
No,
like
I think his
It's
nickname
Nigeria,
is where
right?
he's
Or
from, like part of it.
he's not Nicaraguan. Fuck that shit.
Oh, Nigerian. Sorry.
There, yeah, it's not Nicaragua.
Now the Nigerian Nightmare. That's what it is. There you go.
What if it like what if it was like the Mexican Nightmare? Oh, like hold up, the Mexican
Yeah.
or something else is random. Damn, Nigerian Nightmare. That's a lot. Yeah, different from Marty. Damn. Did you have a nickname? You didn't have a nickname growing up though.
No, but I'm
Mhm.
hoping.
Hmm.
I did have one. Jer Bear. It's a little bit.
But that's your your handle. Well, did you have your Instagram back then? Like how long did you go?
No,
Well,
someone,
that was your first handle ever?
someone in middle school. Like, remember one of the last episodes I talked about this guy named Max Savage. He was a cool, smart kid. He used
Max
to go,
Savage.
Jer Bear meow. So I kind of
Mhm.
took it, and
Just ran
it
with
was
it.
like one of the first
Fuck it.
nicknames I got.
Oh, I see.
So, but I don't
Okay.
think he knew it, like what he was saying. It was just like it was a cool like sound kind of thing.
Mhm.
I don't think he was saying meow, like meow cat. But
Mm.
that's where the idea came from.
Oh, was it because of your
Mhm.
last name?
Yeah, because of my last name.
I just realized.
Yeah, it's because of my last name. Ow.
Meow. It sounds like-
Meow.
Hmm.
Meow.
I didn't even know that until now, to this very day. I didn't know he meow wow. Okay, all right. He's a little clever, Max Savage.
Max Savage. Yeah, the
Are
guy
you
I
even-
copied my handwriting from.
Damn. Did you copy his homework and everything too? I'm guessing.
No.
You one of those? Were you one of those that you copied people? I copied people's homework, to be honest. I would like before like
Oh,
start of
yeah.
a class. I would like we would go out in the hallway like somewhere where it was more like sketch or like more like hidden away where we just like be copying last
I'm
minute.
gonna confess though,
homework.
like I did some shit. Yeah, I did some shit
Oh yeah,
in high school. I don't do that shit
I'll-
no more though.
Get the fuck. Well, we can't say. Well, we can't say. We gotta be hush hush
Listen,
about the college stuff because you know
When the break's in.
how strict
Well,
is
we
it
should probably wrap
nowadays?
it up, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to wrap it up, or do you want
Let's
to?
break for the outro.
Okay, we'll break for the outro.
You could break for the outro. Okay.
Yeah, the time's up already.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me stop the recording.
Like 30 seconds. You can't be like, hey guys, bye.
I know.
And your battery has 20%. Tell me
You ready,
when to
bro? I'm
start
gonna play a rap beat, and then we're gonna do our outro.
Tell me when to start again, okay?
We can start again now. You ready?
Now.
Hold on, let me like recording. Wait, I still gotta like save this file.
Two.
Hold up just a second. Let's hold a new one, new audio recording, and now it's good. Okay.
Go. All right.
All right, guys. We'll leave you guys there until the very next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys want to hear about. Any new like topics that you or any new like big things that are happening in the world. Just let us know. We could talk about it. And just comment like, subscribe, do the whole shenanigans, and we'll see you next time.
Ask us questions. We hope
Ask us
you
questions.
self-actualize in this time. There's
Hope
a
you
lot to think
self-reflect.
about and ponder on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And like for me, I am constantly trying to define whether or not this is a mustache. The other day, I got cream cheese stuck on it. I'm like, if you get white stuff stuck on your mustache, it's a mustache.
It's a mustache.
If you hear the mustache gliding on glass, and you hear the little sounds, it's a mustache.
If you
Those
poke
are-
your girl's like lip with your mustache, that's the mustache.
Right?
You know what I mean?
If you
Yeah.
can touch it with the tip of your tongue, it's a mustache.
That's the mustache. If you kind of like even pokes you at times, that's a fucking mustache, dude.
On that note, thank you so much for listening.
To the Primal
Thank you for
Primos.
the sound adventure. We say bye-bye to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Can you hear me saying bye-bye? I can feel it in your bones. I can feel it in my bones too. Until next time, I will see you. Dun, dun, dun. Primal.
Keep it going.
Primal Primos, here to serve you. Here to serve you. Me and Jeremy out. Here to serve you every day, 24/7. Don't you say? Hey,
24/7. Getting laid.
Well, don't worry, cause you'll eventually get paid. Mm-hmm.
And hopefully get a fade.
But don't worry, always cascade into your thoughts.
Cascade.
Yeah, does it have to be the last?
This guy has no brain. Is that right? I think that rhymes.
I think so. Yeah, it kind of worked. Yeah, I'll take that. Hope you guys liked that little rap, guys. We just wrote it not that long
It's only
ago.
going downhill from here. I should
What
have shared
happened?
my rap, but I was too nervous to look at me bad. But if that's the bar, fuck, let me. Just kidding. All right,
Let's
guys.
go. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Peace out,
Alright,
motherfuckers.
Peace out, bitches. Yeah.
Q piano.
You heard that? I took it back. Once I said, I'm like, bitches.
Give me a little ego in that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to call you that. No, I said what I said. All right, man. All right. See you next time.
All right, I'm about to.
Primal Primos out. Damn. Bye bye. Bye bye.
They said it was
Oh my
vernacular
god.
for a favorite homosexual practice, a 10-letter word. It's really chic. There's two four-letter words in a preposition. I can't, I wish I could tell you the word. It starts with a C, but you know what the word is. It's weird how they manifested that word as homosexual. Because I don't. That relates to any contemporary chick I know, or would know, or would love, or would marry, you know. And,
Oh shit. She's coloring.
What happened?
K-Rod's coloring a pizza over there, which is hilarious. Can you actually
Holy
get that?
shit.
To me? It's kind of perfect.
Just
actually.
coloring.
So I want to
Holy
make a,
shit.
I want to make a rap about carbs and how I love fucking bread and shit. And I think
That's
a lot
what
of
you'll
people
see
relate to
if you're on mushrooms. I feel like
it. You think I'm on mushrooms?
that's what you'll see in the food. Like that's what you'll see if you saw your food.